Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Scarlet Knights will kick it away first. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. At the 45, on his way. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Rutgers offense has its first opportunity of the day. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offense's day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
The give from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Caught over the middle. It's Robbins. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
He'll do it himself. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense to understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that second one right.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. You run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff to the single back. Runs through a tackle. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Woods. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking to move it through the air. He's going to run it. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit.
Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Rutgers. The AT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Wide out in motion. And back to the air on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down. It's
1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Woods.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Coming after him. He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
It's complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, and take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between The critical situations when I want him to take hits, and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Power football with the run. And the Wolverines have a first down.
And it's those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, for argument number one, you got to stop the run. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Knew where we wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's second down. The running back has it. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Lining up from the 34 on first down. He'll keep it himself. Hard running there.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just to make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
Fast motion from the offense. On second down, he'll fire. Release to the back. On target. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal to get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. Play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. They'll run it from the gun. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3.
Third down coming.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Extending the play. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 2 to Utah State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in 1st downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They go right back to it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The Scarlet Knights want to move quickly.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
And I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Fires into traffic, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route. And because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.